Hey everyone, this is Mikedot here for OnRPG.com, and welcome to another episode of OnRPG's Kicktracker Report, a monthly web series focused on Kickstarter gaming projects that you should know about. For everyone that's new to this show, each month I go over a handful of new and ongoing Kickstarter gaming projects, take a quick look back at campaigns from previous episodes, and I give my thoughts on what makes some of these Kickstarter projects so special. For the month of June 2016, Midair, the team-based FPS by Archetype Studios, got successfully funded on June 6th, with over $128,000 in pledges. With all the money raised, they also managed to reach 2 stretch goals, which includes a new game type, as well as the inclusion of in-game stats and achievements. All those that pledged $10 or more to the campaign will also be granted access to the alpha test right now in order to try out the game and give early feedback on the game's development. Islands of Nyne, the survival FPS game by Defined Human Studios, was also successfully funded with over $50,000 earned from over 900 backers. The campaign also managed to reach a stretch goal to include realistic and over-the-top death animations to include in the game. Now with the campaign finished, the development team are now hard at work with the game and will be discussing updates and development changes with their backers as they prepare for a release on Steam Early Access later this year. The Mars survival MMO called Rokh by Darewise Entertainment unfortunately had its campaign cancelled due to lack of interest, as it only managed to reach up to 21,000 euros during the campaign. Now, despite the failed campaign, the team has announced that the game's development is still on track and an early access release on Steam is still planned for September of this year. For our new and ongoing Kickstarter campaigns this month, first we have Kinetik, a tactical RPG shooter by Hero Machine Studios. Created by veteran game developers Matt Brome and Kevin McPherson, this sci-fi themed shooter is being created for the hardcore gaming crowd, and it promises great features such as shooting mechanics that reward strategic thinking, as well as extensive co-op and competitive multiplayer action. Thanks to the Unreal 4 engine, this game has a very gritty look to it that's like a cross between Killzone and Ghost in the Shell, so it really stands out for me. I also like the fact that you can switch between either a first-person or third-person camera view, so players can decide if they want to focus on long-range accuracy or medium to short-range gunplay. Plus, for an early alpha, it looks surprisingly well made, with the only glaring issue I see being the animations, but other than that, the progress that they've made on the game so far is very incredible, and I can only imagine the quality that the development team can achieve with greater funding. With that said, this campaign has achieved over 20% of its funds, and it needs to reach $115,000 by July 8th, 2016. Next up we have Greedy Guns by Atum. Now, this here is a 2D action shooter that's all about over-the-top gunplay and colorful visuals. Now, players can take on swarms of enemies while firing in all directions and explore an open world with no level selection screens. Now, with a ton of areas to explore, weapons to upgrade, and 2-player co-op, Greedy Guns is very much a love letter to fans of classic shooters like Metal Slug, Gunstar Heroes, or Contra. Now, in order to create buzz for the campaign, the dev team released a full demo that players can try out on PC, Mac, and Linux. Now, included in the demo is a short single-player campaign with a handful of enemies to gun down, weapons to upgrade, and bosses to fight against. Now, I played the game for about an hour or so, and I like to say the gameplay is very hectic. It's almost like playing a bullet hell shoot-'em-up. Now, at first I thought the enemies were a bit too aggressive to deal with, but once I learned moves like the dodge and the blast attack, battling waves of enemies became a lot more fun. I also thought the exploration in the demo was pretty neat, although it was a bit on the simple side of things, but overall, I think the game is a lot of fun, and I think fans of Contra and Gunstar Heroes should definitely check this one out. Now, at the time of this recording, this campaign has reached over 75% of its funding goal, and it needs to reach up to $14,000 by June 30th, 2016. Last up, we have Fable Fortune by Flaming Fowl Studios. Now, for all those that remember the Fable series by Lionhead Studios, some former veterans from Lionhead have returned with a new indie studio and the rights to the Fable franchise. And now, while this new entry into the series might not be as grand as, say, Fable 4, they decided to refresh the franchise in the form of a digital card game. While the core gameplay borrows elements from other popular card games such as Hearthstone, Fable Fortune throws in plenty of its own unique features, including its trademark hero alignment system, quest systems, co-op modes, and events. Now, with so many different ways to play and Fable's memorable cast of characters and setting, it seems like more than just another digital card game. And it's certainly a lot more intriguing than any digital card game that I've come across in recent years, because the way they managed to work in Fable's morality system is absolutely brilliant in my book. Now, whenever a player changes their hero to be either good or evil after completing an in-game quest, their choice not only changes the way their hero plays, but they can also change the stats and effects of the cards in their hands, effectively doubling the possible strategies a player can have during a match. I also like the co-op play function that lets two players team up and fight against an AI-controlled boss, which I think is a great way to ease new players into the game as they play alongside veteran players. Now, along with occasional events, a free-to-play business model, multi-platform support, and charming presentation all around, I honestly feel like Hearthstone may finally have some direct competition. At the time of this recording, this game has earned 22% of its funding and needs about another $200,000 in order to reach its base funding goal. This campaign ends on June 28, 2016. And that's all the time I have for this Kickstarter recap. If you'd like to learn more about the games featured in this video, just check out the links in the description below. But as always, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for next month's recap. This is Mikedot saying over and out.